Erin and Amanda of Level Up Creators and Level Up Creator School. I'm our Director of Operations, and Amanda Northcutt is our CEO. Today, we're talking about funnels and all the different parts of your funnels. And we're so glad to spend a few minutes of your day with you. And if you have any questions at any point in time, please drop them in the chat. If you have not met us before, there are two ways that we help
It's
thought leaders
basically
and
Monday.
creators.
It's fine.
Yeah. There are two ways that we help creators and thought leaders build rock solid recurring revenue businesses. First is Level Up Creators, which is our done for you white glove consulting firm. And the second is Level Up Creator School, where we help a global group of creators and thought leaders build rock solid recurring revenue businesses in a done with you model. Creator School includes access to our consulting team and our methodology, which used to be reserved just for our consulting clients exclusively. So we're jumping right in. Amanda, first, we have this really great new accelerator program launching, and it's a lot, but can you give us an update on where we're at?
Yes, the Level Up Creators MRR Accelerator launches this Wednesday. We are running a sold out program, and we have the most amazing, wonderful, delightful, brilliant, brilliant. Cannot believe we get to work with these people, creators in the accelerator. And so this is cohort number one. This is the birth, if you will, of the program. And it feels like birthing something into the world. Honestly, this is it's a Herculean lift. And we have made big promises in black and white on contracts, and we're going to multiply the MRR for each and every one of our accelerator participants. And in multiple cases, actually, some of these folks are starting with zero in MRR, and so I'm super pumped for the challenge. I love the challenge and going for the big thing. I'm kind of an all in type of person, and just feel incredibly honored and privileged and humbled to be able to sort of be fractional CEO and CFO for these people for the next 7 months. And this is certainly an all hands on deck endeavor. We have up resourced for this program, obviously. This is in addition to our client work and Level Up Creators. But for those of you who haven't heard about the accelerator, obviously this was an open cart, closed cart sort of thing. This is a stuck in program. This is a cohort. It's a 7-month thing. When we did our work with Amanda Getz last year, we're actually still working with Amanda Getz, but we did the like 10K to 50K in MRR from June to December of last year. I cannot even tell you how many times I got asked and Amanda Getz got asked as well, like, how do I get those services? I want that level of help in my business. And um, that's actually why we created this program. It was kind of a you asked, we answered sort of a thing. And so we have taken a good hard look at our methodology, the MRR method that will take you from zero to not just 100, but like 1,000. And one thing that's very interesting about this program, and as we developed it and really, went to the drawing board, we're like, what do people actually need in order to set up and begin running a demonstrably working business? Like, this thing's going to work. We got to make multiple 5 figures in MRR for each and every one of these people. And that's on top of one-time revenue, right? This is revenue that counts over multiple months, like a group coaching program or ongoing one-on-one coaching or consulting or a membership, and so on and so forth. Or paid newsletter would be another one. So the thing that I thought that emerged that I think was most interesting is that, we have a team that, we have a 6-figure payroll here at Level Up Creators, and we have the caliber, we have a small team. So we have a very, very high caliber team. And so, but you don't need my team forever and ever in your business. What you need is my team for about the first 7 months of your business, the people to come in and be the fractional, literally everything, to come in and work with you, to listen to you, to deeply, deeply understand your business and help you birth into the world this thing that is your dream and that combines your expertise and your passion and that matches the problems that you are uniquely equipped to solve, with solutions that, a particular pocket of the population needs. I mean, business should be a solution problem matching kind of equation. And so what we're going to do is, one, we're going to hit these MRR goals. And number two, we're going to set these individuals up who are participating in the accelerator to run their businesses with 1 or 2 VAs. Now, if they want to hire an additional coach or something, that's great. But it's a lifestyle business, but it's a lifestyle business that actually builds generational wealth because we are bringing Silicon Valley principles and the absolute best of the best of the best of the business world, because my whole team comes from the business world. We're not, I mean, I started my career, the first 10 years of my career were in the creator economy before it was called that, but we're from the business world. And so we're sort of marrying the business world and the creator economy so that you don't have to continue compromising. It's like, hey guys, we've cracked the code. It's called the MRR method and it freaking works. So we're super excited. This has been a massive labor of love. And I mean, we'll be talking about the accelerator and our cohort members and what the heck is going on like behind the scenes. So this is sort of like the Amanda Getz project times 5.
So lots of info is about to come at you. Be prepared. Okay, cool. So we're going to jump into funnels. So when you're creating a lead magnet, we're starting at the beginning, lead magnets. When you're starting with magnets, where do you start? Do you have a favorite item? Is there something that's better than others when it comes to your lead magnets?
Yeah, that's a great question. That was a hard left turn. Man, we're going to talk about our like 7-stage funnel methodology a lot. I think come March and April, because that's when we kind of like hit that stage in the accelerator. We've laid the foundation that we're getting into like, okay, how do we take people in the top of our funnel through social media, podcasting, people who are reading blog posts and partner marketing, things like that. When somebody meets us, first date, how do we move forward? How do we get the commitment for the second date, right? It's a lead magnet. And so we consider someone a lead at Level Up Creators when you have their email address and ideally their first name as well. And so again, we're thinking back to that problem solution thing that I was just talking about. The lead magnet is the beginning of that. It's the seedling of the solution. And so it can be the what and why of how to solve a problem that, again, you're uniquely qualified to solve and that your audience needs solved. And then you're always using a lead magnet to map toward a product, to nurture someone toward the purchase of a specific product or service. I'm not a big fan of extremely effortful lead magnets and funnels put together just like, I got to build an email list. Well, how can we make your efforts count for more, right? If you're setting up a lead magnet, you're putting a lot of time and effort and intention to it. You're learning how to use new technology. You're learning how to use email marketing software and build a landing page, plus the asset in and of itself. It's a lot. So let's get the biggest bang for the buck here, right? So let's like try and get people toward purchase. But just in terms of my favorite lead magnets, I have a number of favorite lead magnets. I think my biggest like bone to pick with lead magnets is sometimes people put things out and it's just like, that was extremely Googleable or chat GPTable or whatever that term is going to end up being, whatever that verb is going to end up being. And that bothers me. So it's like, if you're going to do it, at least do it well and put forth some effort and give some goodies, right? Give some goodies. Because if your lead magnet isn't good, if the free thing isn't good, this is sort of counterintuitive, but there's no way your leads, your prospective customers are going to believe that your product or service is good. If it's like, because this is a representation of you and the work that you are capable of doing. So specific applications of a lead magnet could be a checklist, a template, a guide, an email drip course, a mini video course, a challenge, like a 7-day challenge is great. Those are super fun. Those can be evergreen or live. Webinars, workshops, partner marketing efforts, where you both, agree to get the email addresses or something like that. Those are really great. And there's different types of lead magnets as well. There's lead magnets that pull people through your funnel at their pace. And there's lead magnets that help push people through your funnel if they're stuck and they're just sitting in the middle of your funnel. And so I like live challenges, webinars, workshop, like live lead magnets to help push people who have been kind of sitting, hanging around for a while, but they're not taking any action. And a lot of times, if you put that offer together attractively enough and the promise of the outcome of the challenge or the workshop of the webinar piques their interest, it's like, oh, okay, I'm willing to sign up and do that. I will go sit with you in a face-to-face, environment on a Zoom call, or receive your daily emails for 7 days, whatever the case may be. And so I think that's important too, to understand, like, not, oh, I just need to do a lead magnet, but why? To what end? In service of what? How can you create leverage from your lead magnet aside from just creating an email list? How do you know that you're attracting the right people to your email list? Because if your email list is not full of your ideal customer profile, your target audience, it's a vanity metric, you know? And it's not very fun if it doesn't work. And so you have to have all of these things in mind from the beginning to create leverage and to build your business. It's a very long answer, as
No,
we have all become
that was a
accustomed.
good answer. Because like I can't tell you the amount of times where I've been hooked into something and like I give my email and I go to this next page and it's like you're just telling me about a transformation that I might get if I spend money with you. You're not actually
Mm,
giving me any value
yeah.
here. So it's like I'm not going to continue on because you didn't do what you said you were going to do to begin with. You wasted my time. And then I gave you my email. So I feel like I gave you something valuable to me
Hmm.
and like at times I've gone in and been like, I unsubscribed and then I fully blocked emails that do this because I get so irritated when people do it. So that's like a really big thing to people that, you have to think about on the other end of it. It's not just about like, hey, capturing these leads and getting them, like, give them value in every
Hmm.
step too, because you're
Hmm.
building trust along the way.
Yep.
So yeah, that's incredible. So as you are creating this whole journey, how do you make sure that your messaging stays consistent throughout, like lead magnet, landing page, like, set like sales
Hmm.
nurture sequences even. And so how do you make sure that messaging stays cohesive?
That's a great question. And we don't have time for the full answer today, but the simplified version is write your sales landing page for purchase for dollars exchange, product or service first. And then it's like, okay, what represents an appetizer of this product or service? And then from that, I can build a lead magnet landing page. And then I know what the transformation is, what the value outcomes and transformation is that I can provide through my lead magnet. And you know what? I would validate that uh, every step of the way, but instead of like building in the dark. So you shouldn't just like decide you're going to build some product or service without talking to your audience about it first. And they don't need to necessarily know that you're asking explicitly. Now, there's nothing wrong with that, but you want to like start teasing content and seeing how it performs that is around the idea of the solution, your value outcomes and transformation that you're providing with your for purchase product or service. And then again, like do your lead magnet before you actually build the product or service. You can build the sales landing page before you build the product or service. Build a wait list, right? Don't take money from people and not give them anything. That is extremely unethical and like don't do that. But it's totally fine to build a wait list and to do pre-validation steps before you actually build the thing. But if you start with the sales landing page, that's a great clarifier. Writing is a great clarifier. And so if you understand what you're uniquely capable of offering and the value and outcomes and transformation it's going to provide for a specific like niche pocket of the population, your ICP, it's much simpler to work backwards to the appropriate lead magnet and steps and funnel than it would have been if you were just, oh, I have an idea for a lead magnet. Maybe I should do that. Begin with the end in mind. Always ask yourself, to what end? How is this creating leverage? Is this in service of my long-term vision and my goals this year and this quarter?
Yeah. Okay. We have time for one more question, and hopefully it's not too big of a question. But what's the biggest mistake you see creators and thought leaders make when they're building their first funnel?
They're not asking themselves like what's the value outcomes and transformation that I'm providing, because at the end of the day that's all that matters is what the people who are giving you money get, because that again it builds or destroys trust, and then it gives you the opportunity to earn follow-on revenue to maximize LTV, customer lifetime value. So if your initial product or service was a one-time purchase thing, a course or something like that, we really want to move those people into a recurring revenue product after that. And so if you are not thinking with the end in mind and sort of the whole bow tie funnel, you have opportunities to, that doesn't mean it won't work or you can't do this, but like you're going to be so much more efficient and effective with your time and get so much better results if you are using the MRR method. And honestly, that's what it all comes down to. It's like there's a process that works. And this is the only process I'm aware of that works at this level. So
Yeah. Cool. Well, thank you guys so much for spending a few minutes of your day with us and for joining the live stream. Be sure to follow us for more tips and insights on building your successful recurring revenue business. Thank you.
thank you.